Hey everybody, Joy here. I'm back. I'm back in my favorite place. I have to show you something. I've been fighting allergies this morning, so pardon my puffy eyes and my runny nose. Good gravy. I think I'm allergic to my sewing room. That couldn't possibly be possible. So anyway, I want to show you something so fun. I hate Halloween. Jerry and I don't do Halloween. Hate Halloween. But the one thing I really like about Halloween is all of the little bitty candies that you can get. And so we were at some Walmart in Oklahoma City the other day, and I was walking by the aisle with all the little bitty candies. I think I was at Sam's. And there was this huge box full of little baby marshmallow treats. Look, I'll show you up close. I may be the only one in the world that likes these things, but I love marshmallow treats. I used to make them myself. But look how little they are. And goodness, there must have been 100 in that box. I've been eating them like they're my medication. And I just had to take several antihistamines to stop my nose from running, so I had to get myself a cup of caffeine. Caffeine's supposed to be bad for your veins. Oh my. My husband, the pharmacist, says that caffeine shrinks your veins. And I have never had a doctor tell me not to drink caffeine except the day before my surgeries. No caffeine the day before my surgery. So it must be true that it shrinks your veins. And since my veins have all been stabbed and tortured the last 2 weeks, I'll try to get a picture of my legs to show you. They basically look like two really fat flesh-colored pincushions. But the reason for doing that, I know some people say, well, I have a varicose vein, it doesn't bother me. Well, your feet don't swell. You have ankles. You have normal feet. You can get on pretty shoes. I can't. Bad edema and my ankles swell. My leg swells from my knee all the way to my toes. And so it's because the blood goes up my leg and just falls back down in puddles. So I know a lot of you have medical experience and you understand what I'm talking about. So the deal is, when she fixes the broken veins, my feet don't swell. Not near as much. They may swell a little bit, like normal people on an airplane or pregnant people or whatever, but not so I can't even get a shoe on. So I'm excited about that. So I've got my sucky socks on today. You have to wear them for 2 weeks. I'll try to show you my one ankle here. I don't know if you can see it very good. But this foot, look here. Look how this is thin right here. Not compared to like Viv, who has gorgeous ankles, but to me, I've always had fat ankles. This part right here is usually no dent. It's usually just straight down, and then my foot is all puffy. So I'm just as excited. I don't even know if y'all can see this in the camera. I've got my sucky socks on. You have to wear them for 2 weeks on each leg. So this left leg is going to be up on Monday. So I won't have to wear the heavy compression hose. Am I supposed to wear them all the time? If I want to. If I have bad swelling, you know, it's a on and off situation. Let me have a sip and blow my nose up. So this is my sand dunes quilt that I got a lot done. 2 weeks in an RV park. So I'm going to work on this today, getting the big blocks put together and maybe get 2 more rows sewn. Oh, won't that be fun? And let me finish my little Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies are healthy, right? Now my friend Nancy Stone told me marshmallows are real good for you. So, when the marshmallows are wrapped around a Rice Krispie, hey, that has to be double your pleasure, double your fun. Double mint gum. Do they even make double mint gum anymore? Remember those commercials? Hold on. So how many of you remember the double mint commercials? I think most of the people that watch my videos are my age or around my age. I don't think there's a lot of young girls that watch me. If you're young and you watch me, let me know in the comments. I would love that. Yeah, it used to always show twins, well, always twin girls, and there used to be gum. And it came in a package, you know, long, and stick gum. Do they even make stick gum anymore? Where there was like 5 pieces in the package, or maybe more, and you pulled it out, and you folded it up, and you chewed it. Well, there used to be one called Double Mint, and I think there was one called Juicy Fruit. Was there a Juicy Fruit? But the Double Mint commercials, there was always twin girls, and they always sang, double your pleasure, double your fun with Double Mint, Double Mint, Double Mint gum. And so then you dash down to the Circle K, and you bought you some Double Mint gum. I don't chew gum anymore because bad for your teeth. You know, everything's bad for something, isn't it? All right, pardon the coffee, but I've got to get it down. Got to. You have to force myself to do this. Oh, yes. And no, it's just water and coffee, I promise. I'm just excited to be home. So I showed you my fabrics that I brought home from a quilt lady. Have you gone to quilt-lady.com? Quilt-lady.com. There's 2 girls there. I didn't mention their names the other day because I didn't know if I could or not. But since they are on the live videos that are being done, I decided the whole world knows them anyway. So I think the girl named Cherie, I think she might be the manager. I know she had an office, and she was in her office when I was there. Cherie. And then another girl who's just adorable. Her name is Lainey. And Jerry talked to her for quite a while. These 2 girls are farmer girls. They have like, I'm not sure about Lainey, but I know that Cherie has a whole bunch of animals. And she has twin little girls, and she makes their dresses, and they got in a magazine or something. They're so cute, and they're 2 little dresses. I just had so much fun. You know, I think all of us, you and me, I think we don't so much want to go in the quilt store or the sewing machine store or the fabric store to buy something, but it is wonderful to run into other people who get you. They understand what you do, they understand why you do it, they enjoy it as much as you do, and I tell you, I just love that store. If I still lived in Edmond, I'd go there once a week at least. I'd make some excuse. But you can go online, remember that, quilt-lady.com. I'm not affiliated in any way, shape, or form. I just really like that place. I love the 2 girls. They actually sew. Hello? You ever go in Joann's and try to find somebody who actually sews? Good luck with that. So, I'm still not over how much fun I had that day when I went there. But, you know, I bought the fabrics. I have 3 of them washed and wrapped. And I want to make a new blouse. I want to make some new woven blouses. This one I've made recently, so it fits me. But I have, goodness, dozens in my closet that are too tight here because I'm too big here now for them. So I want to make a whole other set of blouses woven because I love that you can button them and unbutton them, and they're easy to get off and on, and I really like this kind of a blouse. I like the knits too, but like them both the same. And I love those new fabrics, so I want to get them made up. So I'm going to be working a little bit on my quilt because it's for the RV. We're planning, sort of planning, a trip to Tulsa and back to Arkansas and back to Tulsa and back to here. We've got some plans we want to do. But Jerry still has to have his stress test for his heart. We're getting all new countertops downstairs in the kitchen and in one of the bathrooms and up here out in that other room. And they're doing that next Wednesday. And then the cabinet has to be put back up on the wall. And then we have to fix the wallpaper and we have to get that job done. So the kitchen's back to normal. And my entire kitchen isn't over on the kitchen table, and it's fixing to be worse than that because we have to remove everything underneath the island. The good thing about having to do that is at least I'll find things that I haven't been able to find for years since we got the countertop on there before. You know, you put things in those places, and if they don't have drawers, you know, I love the cabinets that open and then the drawer pulls out, see, like that. But it doesn't do that under my bar, so we're gonna get that all cleaned out and moved to where it doesn't go, and hopefully get all the countertops put in correctly, and nothing will break, and the sink won't be crooked, and the stove won't be crooked, and we've had these issues before. So hopefully this next week will go very smoothly. We'll get all that done. Jerry's stress test will be done, and then we can plan a trip somewhere besides to doctor appointments. Won't that be wonderful? So Philly and I, now some of you are calling Philly Billy. And I know names sound funny. Everything sounds funny sometimes. Sometimes when I'm watching a video on my computer, you know, a tutorial of some sort, or somebody showing their RV or whatever it is, I'll ask Jerry, I say, what did they just say? And he'll say, I don't know, and I'll rewind it and listen to it again. I say, what did they just say? I don't know. Rewind it, listen to it again. So, my girlfriend's name is Phyllis, P-H-Y-L-L-I-S, Phyllis, okay? And I call her Philly, and she calls me a Joy Joy, and I love it. And Viv has a whole bunch of nicknames for me too. What does Viv call me? Viv calls me Joyzy, and she came up with a real original one time, and I've forgotten what it is. I need to go back and read. But she calls me Joyzy the most, and she has some other nicknames to me, but I can't recall right now what they are. Oh, she calls me Joy B, J-O-Y-B-E-E, Joy B and Joy Z. And then another one, I think it started with a C. I really liked it, but I can't remember what it is. Oh my, what's floating around in my coffee? That's spooky. Hold on. We'll just call that a facetally. That's what my mother called things she didn't know what they were. Alright, you want to see what I did today? I texted with Philly. We finished our second little quilt. We worked on our little cabin. Remember, the second little quilt club quilt was called Little Cabin. Now Philly finished hers. I'll show you a picture of Philly's. Here's Philly's right here. Philly made hers the right way. She made hers in the star, and she used the binding that Edita gave us in the kit. I didn't like the binding. I thought it was black. Philly swears it's brown. I say it's black. I didn't like it. So I went out in my stash and I found a piece of brown that matched the browns. You'll see it. I'll show it to you in a second. That matched the browns in the quilt perfect. It doesn't look black to me. And so I like it very, very much. Now Phyllis says that my quilt is a square and a square. But I don't see it as a square and a square. I never did. I see it as a diamond and a diamond. So I got it up on the wall, but I decided to hang it across the room. So this room didn't look So this side of the angled wall didn't look so odd. When you come in here, it looks like it's just a mistake that quilt jumped up there. So I put the next one across the room. So there's one above this door and one above that door. So I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and show it to you. Or I guess I could just show you a picture. Should I just show you a picture? What would you rather see, a picture or a video? Raise your hand. How many want a picture? How many want a video? All right, it's even. I'll show you a video. Okay, so remember, here's number one. Let me see, where's the button you push to make it close? There's number one. That was called Trip Around the World. I think it was called Trip Around the World, Little Trip or something. So that's number one, and it's up above that door right there. Turn around, and then there's another door, and the doors are short. I can go through it, but Jerry can't. He bumps his head. So here's the other door, and up above it is Little Cabin, and I'll show you how I put the brown binding on mine, and to me that is a diamond in a diamond, and I love it. I really, really like it. So praise the Lord for that. I only had to change one fabric this time. I'm going to start a new pattern. because my tutorials seem to get the most views. I looked at one the other day. I don't know if it was this one. I don't know if it was this one or another one. It might have been this one. But it had 20,000 views. And I was like, oh, 20,000 views. Wow. So I decided to do another tutorial. I'm going to pick some pattern I haven't made before. You know, oh, let me go get my book and I'll show you how I pick one. Hold on. For those of you who haven't watched me forever and ever, you probably don't know about the time that I took all of my patterns and I put them out there on the carpet, out there in that other room, and I put them all in order by number. Like my company, Butterick, McCall's, Simplicity, New Look, I just put them all in order by number. Then I actually took a photograph of every single pattern. Then I made myself up a pattern book. See my pattern book? I've got 4 of these. This one is for commercial patterns, blouses, tops, and separates. I have one for pants, I have one for toppers, I have 4 of these. I had 500 patterns then, and I've got more than that now, I'm sure. Every time I buy a pattern, I take a picture of it and I put it in whatever book it goes in. And then I stamp it. Let me see if I have a new one. I love rubber stamps. Oh, I love rubber stamps. You should see my collection. I have them made. I have them made for my bills where it says check number, date paid, amount paid, you know, in red, and I stamp, stamp, stamp. I just love to do that. I was going to see if I could find one where I could show you my stamp that I stamp on them now. Oh, because they're not on the picture, duh. Hold on, they're not on the picture. Here, see my little stamp that says photographed? So after I take a picture of my new patterns, I stamp it photographed. Then I file this in numerical order in my great big pattern boxes. I have 5 of them under my long arm. See this one? It's a new one. I stamped it photographed. Then I take the picture and I put it. Then I take the picture and I put it, see, here's that picture. Here's the picture. Here's the pattern. Here's the picture. Then I take the picture and I put it in the book. Fun, fun, fun. Now I'm supposed to either walk around or sit with my legs elevated. So last night I'd been on my feet a lot and I thought, well, I'm going to sit down and raise my feet up in the recliner, and because of my surgeries I just had. And I'm going to look through this book and try to find a new pattern I haven't made yet, and then I can do a tutorial. And it will just be a tutorial. Nothing else. None of my chatter. Well, maybe a little. We'll see. Because that gets the most views. And my money this month was so tiny. My goodness. Good thing I'm not doing this to make a living, because I'd have to get another 3 or 4 jobs, that's for sure. So I went through the whole book, and if I found a pattern that I thought I'd want to make, I put it up here in one of the top slots, switched it with the bottom slot if it wasn't already on the top, and I pulled them all to the top. So I have all of these patterns sticking up, and I want to pull one of them and show people how I make it fit me and how I make it. And that way maybe I'll get more than that really little amount I got. I'm going to say Amazon. Not Amazon. Well, I do have an Amazon store, and I guess they give you a penny or 2 at my Amazon store. Oh, y'all, if you want to look up some sewing things, go to my Amazon store and see if you can find anything that you like. So I really like this top right here. Remember Viv making this. So that's one of my #1 choices right there. Can you see the sleeves? The sleeves on the girl, how they have the tie? I think I'm going to try that, because the one thing that you have to pay attention to when you're looking at patterns is the back of the fabric going to show. Now if you're using a batik, it isn't going to matter because the back's the same as the front. Well, I didn't buy any batiks the other day, but I do have some. But this, obviously, the tie around the girl's arm, the back of the fabric is going to show. So that was my if on that one. Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And so then I found a whole bunch more. Look at this cute one. I really like this one. I like that one. And see, again, it has a tie at her waist. So, I have to say, now, is that bow sewn? So, you know, it's right sides on both sides of the fabric. It probably is. But I think that's really fun, and I've never made that before. I'd almost like to make the dress. That's really cute. Maybe if I have ankles now. Woo! The problem isn't that I can't get a dress on. I can get a dress on fine. The problem is putting on a pretty shoe to go with the dress. So I'm really, really hoping that I'll be able to do that. So here's another pretty one of Vogue. And I found a whole bunch of Buttericks. Oh, yeah, that's a cute one. Oh, so many cute ones. So I need to figure out what pattern I want to make. I'm going to go in there on the floor, sit on the floor, and spread out my sand dunes quilt. And maybe I'll be back after a while if I do anything. How about that? Since I'm down here going through all of my patterns, pulling out patterns I want to make, I thought I'd show you my boxes. I got these boxes on Amazon. I don't know if they're in my Amazon store or not. I'll check and see. If they aren't there, I'll put them there. But I just did measurements, really, before I ordered them because I wanted to make sure they were wide enough to put 2 pattern rows all the way from the front to the back. Now, the Vogue patterns are a little bit bigger, but I don't have very many of them, so this is how I keep them. And then I've got the boxes labeled here in the front, what number to what number, with my Monica labeling gun. That's not a gun, Joy. So I have them labeled on the top. That's pattern number 426 to 3682. And then I have it labeled on the front of the box also. Okay? So when I find the picture that I want, I come over here and pull the number. And it's as easy as that. Now I also have a drawer here in this file cabinet called P&P. That means these patterns, like this one and this one, I have already fitted to myself with the Palmer and Pleshed. P&P means Palmer and Pleshed. Yes. So there's all the patterns I have already fitted to myself. How about that? So why on earth do I keep doing new ones? Well, I don't know. Here's the ones I've pulled this morning. This one here. Now, you have to make sure that you can use a cotton fabric for these. A lot of patterns need a slinky fabric, and cotton is not very slinky. And if you'll read on the back, the envelopes always tell you what fabrics you can use. This one says Georgette, crepe, stable knits, cotton blend. So I'm considering a cotton blend, my 100% cottons. There's that one. I have I made that one? I guess not. I just wrote on it that it has cup sizes. Now, cup sizes don't always mean it's going to fit you. For some reason, the industry thinks that if you have a bigger boob, that somehow your shoulders got farther apart. So be careful. Even though it says cup sizing, it may still need a lot of fixing. All right, and then this one. So those are the ones I'm going to start playing with to see what I want. Now this one would be good with a slinky, but from the looks of this one, I think it would work in cotton also. So I like that a lot. I'm going to make this version right here. I think that's super cute. And then this one. And then this one. I showed you that. So I'm thinking this version here. This version here. This version here. Or, remember it's cotton. That one might puff out too much in a cotton. So I think I'll try this one up here with that kind of a sleeve, more relaxed sleeve. And then of course this one on the girl. Okay? So that's where I am so far on figuring out what to do for my next tutorial. So it's 2 o'clock. We went to the casino to have lunch. I ate a salad with chicken on top. And while I was there, I decided that I was going to make this since it's already been palmered and plushed. I'd like to make the short dress now that my legs are fixed. And if I wore that in the winter when it was cool, I could wear leggings with it. And I can wear black leggings and it would look just fine. And hopefully my feet aren't going to swell as much. But in the winter, you can wear boots or you can wear a whole shoe. So I made this before. How do I know? Because on the back, I have a picture of me in it. And I just love that top. I don't know where it is. I'd like to find it because I could be wearing it. It buttons on the shoulder. Can you see the buttons on the shoulder? And I really like that about this outfit. So since it's already been made to fit me, I made it in 2015. This is 2023, so that was, what, 8 years ago? Long time ago, but it still fits me. So evidently, I used to be big, as I am now. Not my biggest, but I really like this. So just for a fun afternoon, I'm going to cut this out of this because I figure I can wear black with it. And I have a lot of black pants. And I'm just going to whip it up real quick and then I'll come back and show it to you. How about that? Good Monday morning, my friends. Hey, how was your weekend? We were supposed to be on our way to the hospital right now. Well, not the hospital, this business building behind the hospital where Jerry's heart doctor is. He was supposed to have a stress test in 1 hour. So it's been a circus, I'll tell you. He woke up yesterday morning with really high blood pressure. And then last night he had really high blood pressure. Then he woke up this morning with really high blood pressure. So I have been, you know, not crazy worried, but a little worried that he shouldn't be having chemicals put in his body when he's having high blood pressure spikes right now. So we called this morning and Jerry told him that he had to take a clonidine this morning because he had to get his blood pressure down. And the rule is don't take any pills before your test, your stress test. And he's having the kind where they put chemicals in your body. And anybody who wants to put chemicals in our bodies, we're like, is that really necessary? Chemicals, not so good. So I woke up this morning and felt over on Jerry's side of the bed and there was no Jerry in it. So I got up and sure enough, he'd woken up with high blood pressure again. So I'm like, call a doctor, call a doctor, call a doctor. You can't have a stress test when you took a pill today. So he called and he didn't get the doctor and he didn't get the nurse and he got an assistant or something. And she said, well, if you just took that pill and not the other pill, then you can still come. So we were getting ready to go and I still was worried. I was just like, it just seems to me if your blood pressure's up like that, that they shouldn't be putting chemicals in your body, but whatever. So we're getting ready to go. The phone rang. They called from the test place to tell Jerry that he couldn't have the test today because some machine was broken. Really? I said, Jerry, I think we need to go back to Oklahoma City where the machines work. I don't know. So anyway, I'm brewing a cup of decaf tea, not coffee. There's no caffeine in this, my friends. Yes, yes. So what I'm doing is I'm making this. This isn't for my tutorial that I'm going to do. This is just what I'm doing. So I'm making this, and I told you earlier in the video that I pulled this out because it had already been palmered and plushed. What's palmer and plush? Palmer and plush is the system where you make the paper pattern into sort of the garment, half the garment, and you try on the paper. And then you fix the paper as much as possible to make it fit you. Okay, that's palmer and plushing. You can find it all over YouTube. Look them up on the internet. They're everywhere. Wonderful, wonderful system. The best, in my opinion, for making things fit. I love it, and so does Philly. So I took this out thinking, oh, yay, it's already palmer and plushed. I spent 3 or 4 hours yesterday palmer plushing it. I had shortened it 2 inches, or maybe 4. What's 2 and 2? No, I'd shortened it 2 inches. I had narrowed it on the side seams. I had changed the back had two backs because this pattern, I'll show you up close. This pattern comes up and buttons on the shoulder, can you tell? And in the one I made, there's two buttons there on the shoulder. I just love this. I think it's just so cute. And so this one I'm making long like this one, and I'm going to make some pants to go under it. Just plain black, of course. So this pattern has two backs. Let me see if I can find a picture and show you. You got to pay attention to these things because I know this, and I still was so confused. Look, you can see I wrote notes all over it. It has a front, a right back, and a left back. And I thought, why on earth does it have two backs? And when I made it last time, I didn't even cut out one of the backs. I thought, well, how did I make this when I didn't even cut out the back? That's crazy. So, after spending a long time, I finally figured out what I did was, I just cut out two lefts, and then I chopped the shoulder down off of one side. The only difference between the right back and the left back is one of the shoulders is higher to come around to the front and button. So I just put my back on the fold and cut it with a high shoulder. Then I'll lay it out flat and I'll cut down the shoulder that's supposed to be shorter. Okay? So these are the kinds of things you can do if you have time. It takes time. I could not start to do this if I had little kids running around or puppy dogs or kitty cats or whatever. I need to get the tea bag out of here. Hold on. Did I show you my new toy? I can't remember if I showed you my new toy or not. But I'm finding out. This is a speaker. You put your cell phone up here and you Bluetooth it. Can you hear that? My phone isn't up here. My phone's downstairs. And this is ringing. Hello? Hello, can I hear my phone? Can I answer the phone? This is just a speaker. And I don't know how to turn it off. I've pushed the off button so many times, but it won't go off. It's just crazy. Maybe you have to close that to turn it off. I don't know. If y'all have one of these little speaker things and you know how it works, would you please tell me? I just got it. And and the reason I got it was I would put my music on like across the room and I couldn't hear it because my phone doesn't have a loud enough speaker. So I didn't want some fancy speaker. You know, Jerry would have to have surround sound. There'd be 7 speakers in a row, you know. I just wanted it louder. That's all I cared about. So figured out the other night in the coach how to make it work and turned it on, and it has the blue light and the on-off button, but when I push the on-off button it doesn't go off. Maybe you have to pull this out. Ugh. Or maybe once it's in forever. Wow, that's in really tight, you guys. It's just a charger cord. I have to go ask Jerry. Surely it comes out. I have to go ask Jerry something. I'll be back. So this is how my days go. Up and down, doing laundry downstairs. Jerry's not there, he's over at the barn. But while I was down there, I figured out if you hold this on-off button in, evidently there's a Siri in here. And it said, now powering off. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a lady in this box too. I can't believe it. So this is how it works. You put your phone there and it holds it, and then it can go backwards or forwards. See? And it has this cord to charge it. And then you can turn your music on, and let's see if I can work that. Let me see, let me hold the button down.
Power on.
Did you hear that?
Bluetooth mode.
The lady in there. Okay. So now I go to Amazon Music, and I'm sure the whole world knows this, besides me.
Connected.
All right, I'm connected, but I can't find anything I like to listen to. The only thing I like is Charlie Rich right now. Charlie Rich, there he is. 15 biggest hits. See, so there he is on Amazon Music, which is very new to me also. Jerry was constantly fiddling with his phone in the coach to try to get ABBA to play. We like ABBA or ABBA. And it would play one or two ABBA songs, and then it would go off into all this crazy, horrible stuff that I don't like. So I decided, he said that he wasn't going to pay Amazon. He was just getting the free stuff. So I decided to pay him one free month, and then I don't know how much a month. But I decided it was worth it to get to choose what music. So see, here's the little box. And so then you tell Charlie to sing. Well, I got in big, bad trouble for letting you hear Charlie Rich sing here for just 10 seconds. I was having him play a very special love song, and I'm showing you how you can push a button and turn the music up louder and louder and louder. And look it, I'm so surprised because it's so much louder than my phone. So then I put it down and I do my usual, start looking goofy and dancing around like such a total dork. So I just spent most of this day uploading this to YouTube, and they said I was in bad trouble and going to music jail any minute, so I had to cut out all the sound. Sorry about that, y'all. I love love songs. Okay, so that's my new toy, and I'm going to get my little label maker, and y'all ever watch Friends? And Monica was the me. I was Monica. And she had a label maker, and she made coasters everywhere. That's me, coasters for your cups and labels on everything. So I'm going to make a label for this, or I will never ever know what it goes to if they get apart from each other. So I'm going to do that today. So back to my outfit. Back to my outfit, I cut out one back. Here's the back. Not the front, the back. And it's got the high shoulder, see? And so I have drawn a line where I'm going to cut it down for the one half of this back to be the other shoulder. And I had done that the first time, but when I opened up the pattern, I was like starting over and pulling all the pieces out. I couldn't figure out what the heck I had done. I mean, I actually cut out the other back and started all over. So I'll get this made today. It's really cute. You want to see? It's a long tunic. Here's the bust dart. You can see it fits me perfect already. Long tunic. There's the bust dart with, of course, black pants. So I'm going to make that today. And Philly and I are just so excited with our little quilts from the Little Quilt Club. And we cannot wait to get our next one. So, not here yet. Here it is, September 25, and no quilt yet. So, I'm kind of just getting myself programmed to look for the little quilt at the end of each month instead of at the beginning of each month, because evidently that's the way it's going to be. So, I decided I'll just make a blouse, and when the little quilts get here, Philly and I, maybe sometime this week, and Thursday is our Zoom day, and so hopefully this Thursday we can put another little quilt together. All right? So I'll be back after a while when I get my new top sort of done, and you can see it. How about that? So I just stopped by a minute. This is Monday afternoon late. Jerry's gone to the store to get some bread and some long screws. We've got lots going on this week. We've got the plumber coming and the cabinet man coming and the countertop people coming and the mirror people coming, and so it's somebody coming all the time. So I look terrible today. I thought, oh, I don't have time to fix my hair. So yeah, so just don't look at my hair, okay? So I just wanted to show you what I do when I can't think of a button. I don't have any side seams yet. I have another top on under this top. I have no side seams. But this is where the buttons go on this garment. And I thought black buttons, turquoise buttons, square buttons, round buttons, whatever. And you know, I have my buttons in here. Do you know how I do my buttons? Let me show you. Let me show you. probably in my Amazon store. It's for jewelry. But I have my buttons in it. And I absolutely love it. It is super, super convenient. Very, very convenient and easy to do. So I looked all through this. I have another one just like it in here. So I looked through both of them. And most of my buttons were round. So I found 3 different kinds. I only need 2. So I've got 6 of them here. 2 of 3 different kinds. And I put them down on the table, on my material, and I could not decide. Absolutely could not decide. So I decided to bring my buttons in here, and I've got some tape, my 1/2 inch Scotch invisible tape, and so I roll it up and I put a piece of tape on the back. And so then I come over here and I stick them on. I was really surprised what ones that I liked. So these are the black square ones. I thought I would like these the best. But maybe you'll like them the best. Let me know. So then I thought, no, you can't even see them. They aren't going to look good. So I got these turquoisey ones out. And I decided I would use them because they're a little bit bigger. So I put those on here. And then I had the issue, should I make the buttonhole black thread or should I make the buttonhole blue thread? It takes me more time to do this little thing right here than make the silly top. So I put these on here and I like them. But then I found these other 2. And I took them in there and I put them on the material and I thought, oh, those don't look good at all. Oh, no, not those. And I came out here and I put them back. But since I was standing here, I decided to get these back out. And so these are my favorite. So, again, pardon my hair. Don't look at my hair. I know it's a super mess. Okay, there and there. Now, these are the ones I decided I like. They're, wait a minute, let me put them on here the right direction because they're sparkly. These are tortoise shell or something. They're sparkly. And when I put them in there just on the material flat, I thought, ew, that doesn't look right at all. But on me, I think they're super cute. So I think they're the ones I'm going to use because they're kind of different. And I thought maybe at first they didn't match, but with it on me and looking at them straight on, I think they match real good. What do you think? Black squares, turquoise circles, or pretty sparkly tortoiseshell? Or would you call it? No, it's not cloisonne. I think tortoiseshell. But I could be completely wrong. Maybe tortoiseshell is only brown. It's after dinner time and I haven't made any dinner. Our kitchen is a disaster. I've had to take all the cans out of the cupboard. I've had to take everything out from underneath the sink. Oh, we have to pull out all the drawers. There's stuff all over the floor. The cabinets are off the wall. It's a mess down there. I don't even want to go. But I'm going to have to. I have an electric skillet. I may throw something in it. You know, stove still works. It's just, I hate working in a messy kitchen, don't y'all? I'll be back. So this is late Tuesday afternoon, the day after yesterday. So last time you saw me here, in the last clip, that was yesterday. And this is late Tuesday, and here's my buttons still. Those aren't where they go at all. But when I was editing my yesterday clip, I liked the black buttons the best in the clip. So I think I'm going to put the black ones. I really do. I like those. But I have to spend my time getting all the countertops fixed tomorrow and getting all of the hundreds of things I'm taking out of the cabinets and all the drawers. And actually, we pulled the drawers out with everything in them, if we could. The ones with the pots and pans and the Corningware and stuff, we had to empty those because they were too heavy. But I should take the camera down and show you the mess. You want to see the mess? Like, why doesn't she show us the mess? We love to look at messes. I've been 30 minutes doing this today. That's it. And it's 5 o'clock and it's time to eat supper. 5 o'clock on the nose. But I have no sink in the kitchen. And I can't use the dishwasher in the kitchen because the water will go into the sink and flood the whole house. And so I think we're going to go eat the coach tonight, and we'll just eat one of those Stouffer's dinners or something because the kitchen's just a mess. Oh, you want to see it? Are you saying you want to see it? Are y'all nuts? I'll show you. Well, I wanted to show you my top first, how cute it is. See how deep the slit is? Super cute. It's going to have sleeves. And I don't have the sleeves. Let me go get a sleeve and I'll put it on and show you. This isn't pinned together right, just a little tiny bit. But I like to always come and look before I put the sleeves in to see if I'm going to like the length of them. And I added at least an inch to this sleeve because it was supposed to be a cap sleeve. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want, oh yeah, I like it. I like it. See, so I might make the dress next. I'm having such good feelings about my feet not swelling so much. They're just doing amazing. I'm so excited. My legs look like huge pincushion still with bruises and red marks everywhere, but those will heal. So I'm thinking I'll do a dress next with the 2 pockets in the front, and I can just wear the dress with tights. And I like that. You know, what I mean is, you know, I could put my sucky socks on and people would think they were tights because I have black ones. Oh, I think this is just so cute. It's almost a mini, it is. It's an exact mini skirt. Can you believe I wore mini skirts in high school? See, and if you go like this, did y'all know this? If you go like this, you can see 2 sleeves. See? So now I have 2 sleeves. Oh, yes. Oh, that's awesome. I'm nutty. I'm so tired. All right, I'm going to take the camera off and show you the mess because, you know, you keep begging me to do it. I don't know. All right, hold on. Let me take the sleeve off and I'll show you. So over here, this is my sewing room. All my quilting stuff, my shelves of fabric, my sewing machines. We're getting rid of this pink countertop because remember, way back 25 years ago, I was into pink and blue. So mauves and blues. I had blue carpet and I loved mauve countertops. I've got 2 mauve countertops way in there. Oh, the mess. I've got mauve countertops in there on my sewing tables. You think you're always so neat. Well, you won't think it now, will you? So those are going to stay. Those are in the sewing room. They don't matter. They match the quilts. But out here, we're going to get just a solid surface like we have in the bathroom. So yeah, I had to clean this totally out. Oh yeah. There's all the stuff everywhere. Oh. So now I'll show you downstairs the mess. Okay, let's go downstairs. Because the mess starts real soon after you get down here. Do you want to see all my silverware and my pots and pans? So, over here. Oh, I left my phone upstairs. Yeah. That's all the cereal and flour and stuff in those bags. And there's some. Look over here. Yeah, all the drawers. Then we have over here in the joy room. Then we have out here Mr. Bernhardt's. I have my camera on, Sideburns.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. See what Jerry did over there? Those 3 cabinets, those first 3 cabinets were down. They were gone. And to see how the wallpaper's missing underneath, that's because there used to be an appliance garage there and we had that cut off. Because every time we got new countertops, we had to take those cabinets down. So we're not going to have to do that anymore. So Jerry's working on the braces here to put on the end of our bar here because we're going to bring the bar out another 12 inches so we can have 4 chairs instead of 3. So you can see the drawers are missing and everything underneath is empty. 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 The sink doesn't work. It's nasty. They took it apart today. Drawers missing. Everything empty under there. Drawers missing. Over here. Everything under here has been taken out and all those drawers missing. So now you know why I haven't been around. Did I show you those over there? Look at my kitchen table. Oh my goodness. What a disaster. Oh, they just begged me to show them, Jerry, so I had to. What a mess, what a mess. Okay, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye for the end of this snippet video. But I promise I'll be back when the electrician and the plumber and the cabinet people and who else, everybody comes and gets all their jobs done and we get all this put back together. Then I promise I'll make you more videos, okay? But bye for now.